Hello, beloveds, and welcome back to my channel. This is Myra, and this is where you will find Holistically Myra. So, I haven't uploaded a video in a while, and for full transparency, I really needed clarity on what I wanted my channel to be about. I needed to make clear on how I could include natural hair education, me being a mother, highlighting spirituality, and adding some motivational videos here and there. I didn't want my channel to be just about hair, which is what it started out to be. I just uploaded hair videos. So, with me incorporating all those things that were interest to me, me and my sister were talking and we came up with Holistically Mira B. And that's what my channel is now, Holistically Mira B. So I guess you can say this is like an introduction video to Holistically Mira B. That being said, I also wanted to give y'all a little history about me. Okay, so this is going to also link into where Holistically Mira B comes from. So back in 2018, I decided to make a change in my life. Let me actually go back to 10 years before that. Between 2008 and 2009, I was about 21, 22 years old when I got the notice from my doctors that I had cancerous cells in my cervix. When they told me this, I wasn't afraid, but I felt like they were trying to scare me. They wanted me to have them surgically removed, like they wanted to cut on my cervix. And I just knew that wasn't a go for me. I'm a firm believer that none of our body parts, organs, or teeth should be removed from our bodies unless there's a dire need. So I avoided the surgery. I avoided the doctor calls. I avoided my future appointments. I had scheduled the surgery to be done, but I never went to that appointment. I knew right then and there that I was going to just remove whatever stress that I knew of was going on in my life. So I broke up with the father of my children, not like that day or the next day. Like I knew that was going to have to be a change in my life, so we eventually broke up. I changed my diet. I cut out fast foods, junk foods, and I began to incorporate more fruits and vegetables. And I would say maybe a year later, I went and got my pap smear done, and my doctor, with the same doctor, and they didn't see any signs of cancerous cells. Like, bam. I knew my body could heal itself if I would just do the proper steps that I needed to make that change. My doctor surprised me and she said, whatever you're doing, continue to do it because it's working. Okay, so now let's jump to 2018. During this time, I had a death in the family. One of my cousins that were close to me passed away tragically. He died in a street fight. It was crazy. So after that happened, I didn't know my body was going through stress. I didn't feel like I was stressed, but my body was going through some type of stress to where my face, my back, my neck, it broke out in hives, and I had bumps over me that itched. That sometimes they itched, sometimes they didn't. So I ended up going to the ER because I didn't know what it was, and it had got to a point where I was just like, oh my God. Oh, I remember them burning at one point too. So I get to the ER and they don't know what it is. They gave me a prescription for Benadryl, and I didn't take it because I'm not one that take medicine. I like to deal with things naturally if I know, what it is. And then, like a week after that, I ended up getting the flu. And now I'm at this point to where I'm like, what the heck is going on with my body? Like, what the freak? I keep getting, these unknown sicknesses. So I became fed up. And you know what I decided to do? I went on a 7-day fast. Yep, a 7-day fast. I just ate fruits and water. That's it. Fruits and water. I did it for 7 days. And when I tell you it was a challenge, that was a real struggle for me.
The real struggle was watching people eat.
But it did me so well. I felt the spiritual change. I felt the health, my body, the way that certain foods made me feel. It just, after that, fasting became a way of life for me. So my main focus these days have been to harmonize and align with my true higher self, because living in this world today, if we're not careful, we could be confined to the way of the world and lose ourselves. I have lost myself before, which is why I'm focusing on harmonizing and aligning. So, if you can do anything for you in the world, it is to be true to yourself and remain who you are.